Hello, it's Molly with 30 Days of Goddess in Bridget's Grove, and I wanted to show you a quick flip through of one of the simple daily logbook formats for 30 Days of Goddess. I created the simple logbook format for people who maybe feel overwhelmed or pressured by the art and embellishment of the larger prayer books. So this is one of the larger prayer books, and so maybe it feels like too much to be creating this much for every day, and that might stop you from having a practice. And so I made the super simple logbook so that it could really, really easily fold into your life. Like possibly, this can be a 2-minute practice, a 5-minute practice. It can be really simple. I do have an additional expanded version that has a blank page here for art and then the log pages, and then a blank page here for art and then the log pages. So I do have that file available for you too. That started in October, and so I have that in the October practice resources. But this one is one I finished in simple logbook format for that's just printed steady on each, just one little square for each day. And anyway, I used a greeting card with a stamp that Mark had carved for me a long, long time ago in linoleum block carving. And then my mom, I think it was my mom who did the actual inking of the image after he did the linoleum block carving. And this was so, I don't even remember how many years ago it was. It's probably 2007 or something that he made this, and then I still had the cards somehow left over. They had stuck together with other stuff. You can see there was a dragon one kind of on the back. So I didn't end up embellishing the back. I was thinking about sticking something else over here, and I didn't. And that's really one of the things, if I can leave you with anything, any kind of message or inspiration, it's to let it be what it is. So like maybe you were going to stick something there, you didn't. Oh well, it's fine. There's no need to get after yourself about it or feel like it's unfinished or something's wrong with it. This is what it is, and it is what you made. So this one I sewed. You can staple it, that's no problem. And add a little pocket. That one was a phoenix from the Phoenix Soul. In it is a little poem that I had written and a little note that my little one had made for me that says hi, and he'd put those stickers on there, and then I put a goddess on the other side. This is one of those free kind of greeting cards that you get from charities, and I just used that as the inside. And then another one from a different place on the back side. Another little pocket. These are credit card sleeves. We do sell little kits in the shop that have those in them, or you can buy credit card sleeves. Sometimes they're called library card holders, but credit card protectors or room key protectors. That's how it is. And then a little card inside. Oh, I didn't actually finish that. That I probably will go back and do. Otherwise, I just don't go back. It's like I tell people, don't go backwards, don't rewind, don't try to catch up. And I apply that to myself too. It's like I'm not going to go backwards if what's done is done, and that's enough. And so that was a little bookmark kind of thing. And this I will add a tiny little prayer to, because I hadn't realized that I hadn't done that. That was with Wee Moon stuck in. That's a cut-outable sticker from one of the pre-printed prayer books that has the quote-unquote cut-outable stickers in the back. So that works to reinforce your cover. In this particular one, I didn't end up using the prompt word list because I didn't feel like I needed it, and I'm probably going to leave that out of future formats because I don't find it's that necessary if you're writing on the page. And I ended up not doing the moon wheel either because I was doing a moon wheel in my larger prayer book, and as I said, I don't feel like replicating information. Actually, maybe that was in the video before this. I said don't pressure yourself to replicate information across books, or you'll start to feel overwhelmed, like you're having to do the same amount of work, or it's like too much trouble to keep repeating yourself. So only keep the element that actually meets your needs or that helps you feel connected, not something that feels like force, that you're having to force. I did embellish the beginning page with a Persephone prayer and an image, and then as I went, I used my own little printouts. Often I wrote a new affirmation separate from what I was doing for the larger prayer book. And then when I got to this page, no, not this page, when I got to this page, I started to want to have something else. So I started to find tiny little things that I could glue in addition, not just the affirmation or blessing card. And you don't have to stick those little cards in. They're sized to fit, and you have access to a variety of those from our 30 Days of Goddess homepage, and if you're a patron, you get new ones pretty much every single month. You get a new set of these to use, or you can cut them out of your book or whatever. But I like sticking one in there. You're also fully welcome to just write in there yourself or use a sticker or something. So here I started to do other things. I was like, oh, I could do a little bit more. So I made a teeny tiny tiny, tiny little book with some additional affirmations. And I made my little card into a pocket instead of gluing it all the way down, and I stuck my affirmation in there, or my book in there. And then I had like I ended up with these little leftover snippets from other things. So that was part of a card I was making something else out of. That was on a Wee Moon page I was making something else out of. This is from a calendar I was making something else out of. This was a sticker. This was a scrap left over from something I had punched out. And so I started to use this book as kind of like a little scrappy scraps to keep those kinds of things in it. Same thing, I cut this off as something else, and rather than throw it away, I just went ahead and stuck it in. This too. That was from a magazine article. And then, so I had more fun with adding a few other little elements. And in this final page, I had this cut out of a magazine. It was, oops, it's really wrinkly because of the glue, but I'd cut that out of a magazine. So I added some extra little cards and made kind of a fold out little reminder message for myself. That also covered up the pages that I didn't use. I'm going to use this for the first of the month tomorrow, but this covered up the page, the data that the boxes that I didn't get to, or I didn't work on, because there's, in order to make the spacing right, there's like 33, and there's no months that have 33 days. So, and then in the very back page, I went ahead and used something I've been test printing, made a pocket, and then I made this little fold out with 3 little poems on it, and I got us on the back. So again, this was kind of like a recycled, this was a test print of something else, and I thought, well, rather than throw that away or recycle it, I'll make it into a little accordion that I can tuck in my pocket. I didn't end up coloring this. I had intended to, but I didn't get to it, and that is legit. It is okay not to. So that is a finished, simple logbook. I hope that gives you some ideas for how it can look. And I also hope it liberates you from the pressure of perfectionism and feeling like it has to be up to somebody else's standard, or it has to be quote unquote done in order to count. So thanks for being here.